Congrats to your dog, by the way. I got a bigger congrats. The hardest geezer, man.
Yeah.
Completed it, mate. The second man to run the length of Africa.
No, he's the first. Dog.
You lot not reading Twitter the way I'm reading it?
Man. I can't. They deleted
They
deleted their tweet.
I'm sorry. That tweet, by the way, was so jarring. First of all, so there's a bit of drama around his achievement. I'll explain it to people that aren't chronically online. Like
you got to come in, man. You've missed out. You got to intro it.
Yeah.
What the tweet was. You need to bring in the context. Go!
That's what I'm going to do. Huh? Why did you make a noise like that?
It's like a segue into it. Hey guys, time for the context. Go!
Does anybody understand what he's doing?
He just has this weird fascination with eagles and like American eagles.
That's so fucking true. That's so true.
All right. Anyways, let me just keep my thing going on here because I'm talking real stuff right now.
Go!
If you don't know who Hardest Geezer is, he has run the length of Africa, all the way from South Africa, 16,250 kilometers, all the way up the west coast of Africa, pretty much, and into Tunisia, I believe, is where he finished. And he put out like the same, like a few days away, and then like this. First of all, I don't even know why the fuck there is this like committee or whatever the hell it is, but it's like this runners organization came out and said, nah, you're not the first to do it. There was another guy, a Danish fella, who ran the length of Africa, and everyone was there like, well, first of all, there were some weirdos on Twitter that were like, lol, like, can't believe it. And those people were just so jarring. I know they're sat at home like, like bathing in their own grease, right? But anyways, the second point is, it's not even true. Like, this Danish guy that did it, he went all the way down from Egypt down through South Africa, then walked across water down to South America, and then ran all the way up America. By the way, an incredible feat by itself and its own separate achievement. But he did not run the full length of Africa.
Nah, he didn't.
That is Egypt down to South Africa. Now, Egypt is up in North Africa. That's valid. But he didn't do point to point.
Yeah, because
that's what Hardest Geezer done. And he is the first person to do that.
Most southern point to the most northern point.
Yeah, and he is the first person to do that. So yes, Hardest Geezer is the first person to do it.
I think I've been to the most southern point.
In South Africa? When you did your holiday there?
Yeah. So is that...
The Cape of New Hope, it's called.
Is that... So he started there?
Yeah. Have you been
there? Because you go there and there's like a sign and shit. I went there with Harry. It was quite cool.
So anyways, he's done this. Mm-hmm. Incredible feat. You know, we'll have to get him on the pod at some time. I'm sure he's got some really crazy stories. Mm-hmm. And he's gone to do this finishing stuff. And now in the last week, I'd say the media have sort of latched on, really found the story. Sky News even sent a fella out there, like interviewing him, like good for him. He managed to get his donations all the way up. I mean, it must be about 800 grand now.
Yeah, I think it's like 750 or something.
Yeah, which is incredible considering, I'm not even joking, only a couple of weeks ago, it was about 200
and something. It shot up in the final week as he was coming in.
It's a little bit of a shame that they only really found this a week.
I think they knew about it, but
it's always going to be like that. Nobody's going to be tracking a story like this for just under a year. It makes sense that they're there when he's coming to completion. But it taken how many days to do it? 350 something.
Just short of a year.
Yeah, 352 days.
Yeah.
He traveled through 16 countries, and in the time he ran 385 marathons. Go and check out his Strava. It is one of the most insane things that I've ever seen. The guy is doing over a marathon a day and you know, that alone is an incredible feat, but then you want to tag on top of the fact that you're doing this in Africa where the conditions are brutal. We're talking about a pasty ginger guy doing this. Absolutely insane.
His final one was actually quite quick compared to his others. He did a 6:05
I think on that
pace.
final
with that
one,
adrenaline, you're going to fly.
Like, if you're on that final one and it's like, you know, you're coming into that final day, it's like, you know what, now I'm going to give it the beans.
Yeah.
What a true... I mean, this is a real case of mind over matter.
Yeah.
And a massive congratulations to him. And a load of people went out there. Like I said, you had the mainstream media went out there to go celebrate it. Quite a few YouTubers were out there. I saw Zach Olsop, a longtime friend of his. Happy Hour went out there. Quite a few people. Oh, what's the name of that Charlie?
Parsons went out.
Parsons, I've seen him out there.
Parsons, why do I?
He's a guy that does the content with Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, boxing guy, but he's actually now left that and he's started his own media company.
Know him.
You will have seen his clip. He's usually the one that interviews Eddie Hearn and they have a bit of banter. It's good.
I want to speak about the finish line and start line. So the start line was, so you've been talking about the Shell garage, right? Yeah. And that's where everyone had to meet up. Am I right?
Yeah, it was a Shell
everyone
garage.
Everyone had to meet up at this Shell garage. It was fucking rammed. And I think he came in running. Like, so everyone was kind of waiting there, and I've seen a clip of him like just kind of like getting there and everyone cheering him and being like, hey, he's arrived, but he's on the run.
Yeah.
Like just carrying on. It's like, that's being sick. Interesting. So everyone's gone out there, hundreds of people done this marathon with him, and I reckon a lot of people done a first time there.
Yeah, first time marathon.
Zach also did a first time marathon.
Did you see he did him no two ways as well? He did his marathon in no two ways. Yeah.
Nah, that is absolutely mad, you know.
That must have...
He gets to this finish line and there's so much, not controversy, but there has been a villain. This reminds me of Salt Bae at the World Cup with Messi. Do you remember when this happened? And Salt Bae tried to was getting all the selfies, was in every fucking photo.
Yeah.
Russ Cook, hardest geezer, is approaching the ribbon, the final line, and this twat... That's the only way to describe it.
He's a fucking job's worth. That's what he is. He
is the worst. Like, people like this.
Yeah.
Do my head in. He's wearing the yellow in this video, and he's got a Tunisia flag, which is a real shame because it kind of just makes that sounds dramatic. It makes Tunisia look bad, but you can see this guy on his left and our right running with the flag, just making it all fucking about him. Just in my opinion, what should happen here is you let Russ go ahead and you let him have his moment, and then you see as he crosses the line here, this guy in the yellow crosses it in line with Russ, fucking up a bunch of the cool cold photos that should have been happening. And it's just this geezer that is, oh my God, he just kind of spoils it. He just made it all about him waving his fucking flag around.
So I just want to check, right, so the guy that's doing it with him here, he's not part of Russ's team.
No,
of course not.
He's not. He's just a Tunisian guy that's obviously... I think what's happened here is he's not read the run properly, but he literally gets the fucking line before him. It's a disgrace.
Yeah. Honestly, so jarring, man.
But you know what? I was chatting to my mates about this. I'm all for people going out and supporting him, like Parsons did. He did the marathon with him, and he was like supporting from afar. But these people that needed to be right at the front to try and make it about them, they just did that because they wanted to be part of the moment and like say they were there almost, if that makes sense.
But like you could, like you said, you support from afar, you do the thing. Like just drop off 10 meters. That's what we're asking.
I feel like
the
guy's just probably one of those blokes that there's no ill intent. He's just so unaware.
Yeah.
Not read the room. Probably really did go there with like love and the support for hardest geezer. And he's just, like you guys say, he's just read it completely
Caught up in the moment.
Lot of adrenaline, right. Can't believe he's there, and it's just got ahead of him. He's probably not a bad guy anyway.
No, you're absolutely spot on. But let me tell you, the worst people in this planet are people with no like awareness.
Yeah.
Like, you know, those people that like everyone usually has a friend that is just fucking unaware of, and you're just there like, nah.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This is just obvious like social intelligence, and some people just don't have that, and I feel like that's what he did. But anyways, I don't want to make this whole thing about that guy. That was just a big thing that everyone was talking about. We had to cover it. Back to the actual story, and just sick that he managed to complete that.
I mean, probably got it on the dock, and we spoke about this before, like what was the greatest sporting achievement, and I remember one of them that we brought up was free solo.
Oh my God.
Now Poddy wants to bring it up again because the debate is this now the greatest human sporting achievement?
Yeah, I think before we get into that, because I feel that entails a massive like
we want to have a
big
combo
activities. But do you lads think that this potentially he should win Sports Personality of the Year for this?
You see, the sports president, do you have to compete in in an event? Is that how you have to how's that?
My argument here is, although he's not competing against anyone in particular, he's taking part in a physical challenge that not many people could complete. This is something that's 1 in a million, but also as well, he is taking part in a sport. Technically, running is a sport. Although he's not competing
taking part
people.
in an event.
By the way, Proddy, I saw a tweet in response to your tweet about the sports personality thing where somebody said, but most professional athletes could do this.
Oh, yeah.
I disagree completely.
Maybe. That is a load of shit.
Not nearly none of them.
None of them. No. I'm telling you, people trained in a specific sport cannot do this.
It's not possible. I can't believe the guy
wouldn't have a chance. There's no way.
I was shocked. He was like,
they're trying to tell me Joe Hart can go and do that.
No.
Probably
can't even do one marathon.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah. To answer your thing about... Look, I wouldn't be annoyed if he didn't win it, right? Because I do think that maybe, it's something to do... You have to be in an event for me, or you have to like go and win that event. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like that usually is what sports personality of the year is. If he does go and win it, I also in the same token would be there like, okay, fair enough. Like that's an incredible achievement. Mm-hmm. I just think, and also, I mean, personally, I don't give a shit. And does Russ give a shit? Maybe.
Probably not.
Maybe not.
He should definitely receive like an OBE or an MBE or something. 100%.
Maybe. He raised a lot of money for charity. I mean, wait, didn't fucking Captain Tom get one?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What did Captain Tom do again?
He just
walked around his fucking
garden and then spent it all on a fucking spa. Well, he didn't. R.I.P. by the way to Captain Tom, because he was probably quite a sound bloke.
He was probably all right.
Yeah, he was probably all right. Shame about his family, the fucking little scammers.
But with this sports personality of the year, though, I feel they've made so many like shocking decisions in previous years of who's won it, that doing something like this would be a great kind of like nod to like something that, as you said, no one else could probably achieve. He's beaten his mind, which is technically the toughest opponent.
Yeah, fair enough.
Damn, that was fucking bars from you.
Yeah,
he's beaten his mind.
Let's talk about while we're in our bag here on greatest human. All right, we'll do this one.
Did you see this tweet?
No, I didn't see this tweet. Hold on, let me read this.
It's a great porn star name, isn't it?
What, Hardest Geezer? Yeah.
I've had this.
You've made it a bit gay,
as it should be.
Yeah.
I bet he was well sweaty across.
Oh, he didn't.
Imagine him. I wonder if he used your test boost tactic of sniffing his nutsack while he's running.
You know what?
We'll have to ask him.
I know he did.
Yeah.
If we get him on this pod at some point, that's kind of shit I want to ask that I know no one else will be asking.
Yeah. Look, all these other podcasts. Don't get me wrong. He's going to end up on Joe Rogan. All these things, but none of them are going to ask.
Did you sniff
your nuts to run faster?
Oh, do you reckon there was ever one day where he pulled his foreskin back and thought this ain't good?
Bro, Chip,
bro,
Chip, you're. Sorry, Prod.
Chip. It was him.
Prod. No, it's usually you. That's the problem.
Yeah, that is me.
Look, let me get back on track, because that's actually I've had to cross my legs because I got a little nervous about just thinking about the idea of hella smegma. Anyway, let me start. I was just
wanking into a bush in Africa.
Do you reckon he was beating his?
In a bush? Yeah.
Nah, he must have been beating his meat, because he didn't see his missus for the whole thing. I don't think
he went official with his missus the day before he left for the challenge.
And what? He was there like, okay, I got that lockdown. I'm off, by the way, for a year.
Yeah.
I can't even get a permission slip to go to the races.
I think
never mind. Imagine me going, oh yeah, sorry, I'm gonna need to go away for a year.
Yeah, but
that's not getting approved.
Probably didn't want to.
That's not getting signed.
Going on this trip, there's a chance he was going to die, right? He's probably like, I don't want to die single.
That would be my thought personally.
Well, that's because you're not thinking with an open mind.
Yeah. So what you think he was worried about dying single? I don't think he gave a shit.
He didn't give a shit.
No, he didn't give a shit.
No, but you know what?
Wait, let me read this tweet out. So wait, somebody quote tweeted the BBC Sport thing congratulating the Hardest Geezer. He said, "The press are proper glory hunters for this bloke. Only cover him when he's just finished. Where were these lot on a warm Tuesday night in Zambia like the rest of us Twitter nerds?"
He didn't even go to Zambia.
Fact, but we were congratulating him when we found out he survived the Sahara. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But he didn't go Zambia, so this guy got found out as a plastic as well.
He got found out as a plastic.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Fuck's sake. Oh, that's class.
Sorry to break it to you, but you never ran through Zambia, showing your true colours, you're plastic.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like when he was getting fucking kidnapped and you were tracking his Strava. Like
people, there was time where he had, like, him and his whole team didn't have any signal or anything, and everyone was there like, "Well, we spoke on the pod. We're like, oh, we think he's dead."
Yeah.